All right, Greg, go ahead to start us off with the first question.
All right, Bob, I'm sure you're getting a lot of questions about your offense because you scored 91. But what were your thoughts defensively? Other than the first couple minutes of the second half, it seems like you did a reasonably good job. What did you think?
No, I thought we were pretty good. I thought our on-the-ball defense was better. Certainly our help defense was better. We did a better job of helping the helper. The only thing that we didn't do a great job of was blocking out on penetration. We just need to do a better job of that. But that was our best defensive performance of the year, and we still give up, 70-some.
Next is Charles Montgomery.
Coach, you said it on Tuesday against Iowa State. You can't really relax late in games. Were you able to at all today to relax late against Kansas?
Yeah, when Bill told him to stop fouling. That was about when I started relaxing. I mean, we were still putting ourselves at tough positions against their pressure. But then it got to the point where there was no way they could come back, and he just said stop fouling. So I was happy about that. Just run the clock.
Cody Nesper.
Hey, Coach, after your high praise of McCormick yesterday, what did you think of him and Derek's battle?
I think he's really good. I think not only did Derek and Gabe do a pretty good job on him, but I thought our ball pressure from the passer was much better. And that's a key thing in guarding post players is don't let the guy passing the ball throw it where he wants. I thought that was much better.
Over to Ryan Pritt.
Hey, Coach, obviously you could make the argument that Taz and Deuce and Derek have been your most consistent players this year, but was that about as good as they've been together in the same game? And how encouraging was that? And how do you kind of keep that going moving forward?
I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not. I think, the first thing I thought about was Richmond, and I thought we got a really good game from a lot of people in that game. But obviously those are the three guys that offensively kept us in the game. But I thought Emmett Matthews was terrific. He passed the ball, he guarded, he got key rebounds. He's a 6'7" guy. We can switch off on guards. I thought he was really good. I thought he really, really helped us. And, JB's the same way. JB's just not, right now, Emmett's a junior and JB's is a freshman, first year playing, but he's going to be the same way.
Justin Jackson, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, you guys obviously had the 10-point lead at the half, and then I think it's like 2 minutes in the second half, and the game's tied. You call a timeout, and then your team, I think, goes like on a 4-0 run coming out of that timeout. What was the key there to just weathering that storm, kind of getting their confidence built back up and, and getting them going again?
Well, I think we challenged them. We've been there before. We've done that before, and the results haven't been good. So I think it was more challenging in them and them responding to the challenge than it was anything else, Justin.
Kevin Kinder, go ahead.
Coach, the ability of Taz and Deuce to get into the lane just seemed like a great counterpoint to their three-point shooting. Did you talk to them any about being a little bit more aggressive with that? And is that kind of the next step of the improvement in this offense, is the ability to drive it in there?
Well, that's what Taz did in junior college. Taz was a very good three-point shooter, but he also could play with his back to the basket, which he did a great deal for us in the second half. And he can drive it. It's a little unconventional, which makes it even better. So yeah, I want all of them to be able to use everything they can possibly use to score the ball so we can win a game.
Next, we'll go to Keenan Cummings. Go ahead, Keenan.
Hey, Bob, went with a different starting lineup today. Is that kind of a one-game thing or something you're going to stick with?
No, we're going to change things. Their perimeter guys are so big and so long. I stood beside Brown. He's 6'6". I mean, I'm 6'4", and he's 2 inches taller than me. I mean, all their perimeter guys. I mean, you go stand beside them. I don't know what, I didn't even really pay attention to what they're listed at, but they're taller than I am. So, and I'm legit 6'4". So we just wanted to try to match up their size, which I thought would help us defensively, and I thought it would help us rebounding wise.
Back over to Greg.
And Bob, in terms of Gabe, I'm sure you've had other players, but if you had one that isn't really going to score but is more valuable for you, I'm Cam Thurman type, or I don't know who, but how valuable is he for a guy who can't score?
Well, I think he's along those lines. He's along those lines of what Cam gave us. Cam gave us a 6'6" center who guarded everybody. I mean, when you think about the people that he guarded in the Big East at 6'6", he did a terrific job. But yeah, I've always kind of, not always, but a lot of times I've had guys like that. And the great thing is they're unselfish, so you're not worried about somebody jacking up, 8 shots when those shots really should be going to the other guys.
Last couple for Hugs here. Go ahead, Skylar Callahan.
Hey, Coach, the play at the end of the half where it looked like the ball was sitting on the rim, did you get much of an explanation for that? And then the one where Deuce got called for the foul, McCormick on the putback, did you hear anything out of that one?
No, you don't hear anything that other than they thought it was a good tip in. It's you wish they could go back and look at those things, but you can't, because if you went back and looked at every controversial play, we'd still be playing.
We'll finish up with Justin and then Cody. Go ahead, Justin.
Coach, obviously, you've been talking about the defense a little bit, and, obviously a very improved effort today. Just a few days ago, you were talking about how this group was maybe one of your worst defensive teams. I'm just kind of wondering how much of that was just to try to, kick them up a notch, and how much of that did you really believe?
Well, I believed it. I believed a lot of it, but I'm not opposed to trickery, Justin. If that's what it takes to get them playing better and playing harder, I'll try to trick them.
And Cody, you can finish this up.
Just going back to Gabe really quick, I'm just curious, what goes into being good at taking charges, like drawing charges?
Positioning. He does a great job. He does a great job of positioning. He does a great job of getting his feet down. The biggest thing is get your feet down and get established. But he has a really good understanding of people driving the ball and how quick they close on him. He's very accomplished at it. He was always been. He was good at it when he came to us from Arkansas.